JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Hi guys. Before we go into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and to share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. Person of interest in Grangeville gang feud killed in police shootout. One of the persons of interest that police were reportedly monitoring in connection to the recent gang feud in Grangeville, West Morland, was shot and killed in a shootout with the police on Friday morning. The revelation was made by National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang during the groundbreaking ceremony for the Westmoreland Police Headquarters Friday, and the late outgoing Commissioner of Police, Major General Anthony Anderson, during an impromptu stakeholders meeting at the Grangeville High School in the parish. We ran some operations, and I believe that we have got one of the persons so far who chose this particular route to take on the police, and the rest is history, stated the Commissioner in his address to the Grangeville stakeholders meeting. The Commissioner added that while there are more people at the one that was killed, one thing is for sure is that those gang cases will continue to be built and will continue to erode their capacity. Meanwhile, Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of Area 1, Clifford Chambers, said that the deceased man challenged the police and was shot. ACP Chambers said he was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. An illegal gun was reportedly taken from him. The police have since indicated that the security forces will continue their operations. The gang feud between the infamous Kings Valley gang and the emerging Anspasi gang had resulted in the death of 5 people within 3 days in the Grangeville area. The flare-up resulted in the Grangeville primary and high schools closing their doors on Tuesday and resorting to online learning platforms. Principal of Grangeville High School, Trevane Donaldson Lawrence, told the meeting that classes have since resumed at the school. On Tuesday, ACP Chambers said a curfew was implemented in sections of Grangeville. The areas included Racecourse, Crowder, Geneva, Mint Road, and the Top Lincoln. The top couple also released the names of persons of interest that the police were targeting. Among them are Demar Thomas, otherwise called Evie or Dog, Romaine Murray, LaShawn Warren, Orlando Reed, otherwise called Bello, Charlton Dixon, Jenny Wright, otherwise called Grabber, and Leon. He had asked individuals who are aware of these persons to call 311-811 or the crime officer for the Westmoreland Division at 1-876-333-9558 or the commanding officer for the Westmoreland Police Division at 1-876-822-6840. Man killed in alleged shootout with police in Bwalk. 27-year-old Romaro Ricardo Sterling of Burke Road, Old Harbour, St. Catherine, was shot and killed during an alleged shootout with the police in Bwalk on Thursday night. It is reported that about 8 p.m., the police went on an operation in the Pineapple Lane community of Bwalk, and they were greeted by gunfire from Sterling upon entering a premises. The police say the fire was returned and Sterling was hit. He was rushed to the Lindsay Public Hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. The police say they retrieved a 9mm pistol with a magazine loaded with 8 cartridges. Delivery truck operator killed in Westmoreland shooting. The police in Westmoreland are investigating the murder of a 50-year-old delivery truck operator and the wounding of another man along the Broughton Main Road, Little London. It's reported that about 11 a.m. Friday, Bob Isaacs was driving his truck accompanied by a 36-year-old farmer Rupert Pringle when they were shot by 2 men on a motorcycle. Both men were subsequently taken to hospital where Isaacs was pronounced dead and Pringle admitted in a stable condition. Police say one of the alleged attackers is known only as Grabber of a Little London address. Indicom probes fatal shooting of man in Westmoreland. The Independent Commission of Investigations, Indicom, has commenced a probe into the police fatal shooting of a man in Paul Island, Westmoreland on Thursday. The deceased has been identified as 29-year-old Andre Davidson of addresses in Abiquior, St. Anne, and Paul Island, Westmoreland. Davidson was reportedly killed during an alleged confrontation with lawmen. Further details regarding the incident have not been revealed. The police are reporting that a high-point 9mm pistol fitted with a magazine containing 9 rounds of ammunition was also seized. The matter is also being investigated by the Inspectorate and Professional Standards Oversight Bureau, IPROBE. Exop freed of corruption charges after witnesses failed to show up for court. A former policeman was freed of corruption charges in the St. Catherine Parish Court on Friday after the prosecution failed to ensure the attendance of witnesses at court. Marlon Campbell, formerly of the Central Village Police Station, was charged with perverting the course of justice and 2 counts of solicitation. Attorney at law Aisha Rob Cunningham made an application for the case to be dismissed, telling the court that Campbell was being held despite the constant absence of witnesses who have shown no interest in the case. He has lost millions of dollars, and after 4 years with numerous trial dates, in the interest of justice, I do submit that this matter should end today, Rob said. Senior Parish Court Judge Desiree Lane consulted with the Clerk of Court, then dismissed the matter. It was alleged that in September 2018, the policeman received reports of a case of assault and coerced the complainant to drop the charges instead of pursuing the matter. He was accused of collecting $30,000 to have the matter dropped. The matter was reported and an investigation was launched, after which he was arrested and charged. He made numerous court appearances and maintained his innocence throughout. Sam was let out at DPP for a role in failed Vibes Cartel murder trial. As Strident Bert Samuels has said it would be unfortunate for Director of Public Prosecutions Paul Llewellyn to seek a retrial in the Vibes Cartel case, given a role in having the initial case continued in the Supreme Court. Samuels, the attorney for Sean Campbell, said the DPP was the one who encouraged the judge to proceed with the case despite learning that a juror was offering bribes to the jurors to free the entertainer. In Thursday's ruling, Lord Lloyd Jones of the UK-based Judicial Committee of the Privy Council said the trial should not have continued with the tainted juror. He said allowing the juror to continue hearing the case was fatal to the conviction that followed and was an infringement of the appellant's fundamental rights to a fair hearing under the Constitution. Samuel said the DPP erred when she asked the judge to continue the case after learning about the bribery allegations involving one of the jurors. A DJ Vibes Cartel Palmer, Sean Campbell, also known as Sean Storm, Kahire Jones, and Andre Madso St. John, have been serving life sentences for the murder of Clive Lizard Williams since their initial March 13, 2014 conviction. The men appealed their conviction on the basis that the judge erred in allowing a tainted juror to remain in the pool, and hence they were denied a fair trial. The Privy Council on Thursday quashed the convictions of the four men and sent the case back to Jamaica's Court of Appeal for a decision to be made on whether the matter should be retried. Thursday's decision was handed down nearly 10 days to the day Cartel and the three others had been found guilty of murder. Accused wife killer Colmore urged Chris in text to do it and done. Barbados-born businessman Omar Best Colmore had been communicating non-stop with a man in the days leading up to his wife's murder, and one of the texts sent 2 days before her death was urging the person to hurry up and do it this morning. The court also heard that on the day in question, December 31, 2017, 62 calls were made between the two men's phones. The 32-year-old businesswoman, Simone Campbell Colmore, described by a relative as the consummate wife, mother, and businesswoman, and the centerpiece of the family, was shot 19 times at the gate of her Stanley Terrace, St. Andrew home on January 2, 2018. Taxi driver Winston Corey Walters, 36, who was transporting her at the time, was also killed in the attack. He sustained 5 shots, including a fatal wound to his head. Colmore, who is accused of orchestrating her murder, is currently on trial on 2 counts of murder in the Home Circuit Court, along with his alleged accomplices, Michael Adams, the alleged contract killer, and Dwayne Pink and Shaquille Edwards. A former police officer was attached to the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Communication, Forensic and the Cybercrime Division as a data analyst. Yesterday shared call record information extracted from 2 cell phones attributed to Colmore. The former assistant superintendent of police, who testified via video link, revealed that 148 phone calls were made between Colmore and the man saved in his phone only as Chris between December 17, 2017 and January 2, 2018. The witness shared that among the outgoing and incoming calls were 15 missed calls. The court also heard that there were 15 calls between the numbers on December 30, 2017 and the 62 on the following day. Turning to the text messages which were exchanged, Colmore messages sent to Chris on December 31, starting at 9:21 a.m., said, "Yo," and a minute later texted, "Hurry up." In a follow-up text, Colmore said, "Same silver blue Benz," while adding in another text that he was going to church in Duane Park, St. Andrew. Chris in his message told Colmore, "The thing I get to borrow yesterday, the man wanted to sort out themselves." Colmore shortly after told him, "But do this, do it and done, and do it this morning, bro, and we're done." Chris in reply told him he was on it, while Colmore insisted that he hurry and that he should inform him when he was there. This was at 9:25 a.m. On the same day, Colmore texted his wife at 11:47 a.m., telling her to wait for him to change if she did not leave the house as yet. She did not reply, and he sent her several other messages indicating that he was trying to reach her. She later replied at 12:41 p.m., saying she was still in church and was going to town. Colmore at 5:53 p.m. texted her, "Hey babes, everything okay down there?" And she replied, "Okay." The court also heard that 21 phone calls were placed on January 2 between Colmore and Chris, and that the last call, an outgoing call, was placed at 4:10 p.m., 11 minutes after the shooting occurred. Early in the trial, during text messages shared between the couple's phones, Colmore inquired of his wife if she wanted to visit a doctor at Andrews Memorial Hospital to do a medical report for insurance coverage. He also indicated that it was to be done so that the children could be added as beneficiaries to her policy. Colmore, however, in a caution statement, had told the police that he did not know the value of his wife's insurance policy or who were her beneficiaries. The trial will resume on Monday with more phone record details. JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.